Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Move 42, set, play!
Duval, baby! Hey everybody, this is Andrew and welcome to episode 65 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be discussing the decision of the Jags to hire former New York Giants head coach Ben McAdoo as the quarterback's coach for the Jags. So let's jump into it. I'm a little kind of skeptical of this decision. I know I've sounded kind of negative in the past about some of the staffing decisions that the Jags have made, but it seems like we tend to go for, ex-head coaches that have been fired. We hire Gruden as the offensive coordinator, and he used to be the Washington Redskins head coach, and now we went with Ben McAdoo, former New York Giants head coach. I think the jury's still out on this decision. He has worked with some really good quarterbacks in the past. He was a quarterback coach over at the, Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers. He also was a tight ends coach as well. So that may be, a plus because Jacksonville Jaguars, they need some help with their, tight ends and coaching in that arena. Also he did work with quarterbacks like Eli Manning with the Giants. So this could be a plus. Again, this was one of Tom Coughlin's, assistant coaches. So it's kind of funny, I think. We fired Dom Capers, who, was brought in by Tom Coughlin, and then we hire Ben McAdoo, who was a former, assistant coach under Tom Coughlin. I think that's kind of funny and ironic in a sense. But, I think, like I said, the jury will still be out on this decision. Based on some of the comments and, an interview that Doug Marrone did, he said that likely Gruden, the offensive coordinator, and Ben McAdoo will be working closely together. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll be able to kind of tag team it and, improve the offense. Hopefully Ben McAdoo will, work well with and kind of help Gardner Minshew develop as a quarterback. The thing I'm a little concerned about is I feel like their kind of play calling and style isn't very innovative. And I feel like that's what the Jacksonville Jaguars need. They need just kind of a spark for their offense and play calling. I just haven't seen anything really kind of innovative or different or kind of surprising the opposing defenses. So I don't know. I really don't know about this one. It just seems like something will have to change with this offense. And we're going to need something different. Maybe some of these type of plays like the RPOs and the read option and that kind of college style offensive play calling. That's something that we'll need to see, or just something different, something to, surprise some of these defenses. Because I feel like we didn't really do much last year to surprise or kind of outwit some of our, opponents. So I'm hoping that will change. I'm trying to be positive, but we'll see what happens. I think it is a positive, like I said, that he has worked with quarterbacks like Eli Manning and Aaron Rodgers, and hopefully he can elevate, quarterbacks like Gardner Minshew and Nick Foles so that, they can play at, the highest caliber and hopefully, start scoring some points for the Jags. A lot of the games last season we were, behind early on in the game. So then we had to just kind of throw deep and, go to the passing game rather than, utilizing Leonard Fournette and utilizing the running game. So I'm hoping we could change that and hopefully, play better on the offensive side. But, let me know how you feel about this decision to hire quarterbacks coach Ben McAdoo. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Give me a like if you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to the channel. Leave me some feedback on Apple Podcasts. It always helps me with these episodes. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagwarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.